Students in Anne Arundel County returned to school this week with some big changes in their classrooms.
WMAR2 News' Elizabeth Worthington sat down with the superintendent who took over just 2 years ago. They talked about everything from things that will impact students and families this coming school year.
Stricter standards, higher expectations. That's the idea behind new grading regulations in Anne Arundel County Public Schools going into effect this fall. Superintendent Dr. Mark Bedell says policies became too lax during the pandemic and it's time to raise the bar.
Those things now have become crutches, in my opinion, and has enabled bad practices that are transferable when these kids graduate from our school. That's not acceptable.
The new regulations put new focus on student responsibility, like increased penalties for late work and fewer redo opportunities.
We have far too many retakes. I want to say at one point it was 5 retakes. So think about the burden that puts on teachers, that they have to constantly grade these retakes. And our kids know I don't have to take it seriously until I get to number 4 or number 5. You're doing a disservice to the kid too.
The district is cracking down on cell phone use too. Previously, it was up to the teachers to decide when students needed to put their phones away. Now, phones must be out of sight and on silent throughout the school day. The only exception is for high schoolers during lunch.
The one thing that people have really expressed appreciation on is we didn't rip the Band-Aid off and just said, no, we're going to have total bans. We want our kids to be able to demonstrate to us that they are young, responsible adults. And I believe that they are, and I believe that they won't put me in a position where I have to move to have further conversation around total bans, because I will not hesitate to do so.
On student safety, Dr. Bedell's focus is holding kids accountable for bad behavior.
All of it has paid dividends because our numbers are down across the board in every measurable indicator when it comes to discipline, arrest data, all of that stuff. So I know that what we're doing is working, and we expect to continue to see declines.
But it's not just fellow students who might contribute to an unsafe school environment. Back in the spring, a Severna Park elementary school teacher was arrested for sexual abuse. 8 students shared their experiences with police.
I'm a parent first. I have 2 daughters and a son. So I totally understand when these type of accusations are out on someone, that people should be feeling very frustrated. But I could tell you, I will not tolerate it whatsoever.
We also talked to Dr. Bedell about his philosophy on politics in the classroom, especially during an election year.
What I try to tell our educators is, I don't care what your political affiliation is, you cannot try to influence a kid into whatever that political affiliation is. That is for parents to do. I don't want nobody telling my 7th grader that she needs to be a Democrat or a Republican. She needs to be able to decide that on her own.
School is officially back in session here in Anne Arundel County. The first day of classes was Monday the 26th. In Anne Arundel County, Elizabeth Worthington, WMAR2 News.